Now this is your reading material. This will be handed to you throughout the course during the 3 days, and it's basically yours to revise and read over, and explains to you just step by step basically what you're going to go through. Any information's inside. If you just go through here, it just shows you an introduction of the topics that you'll be covering for every booklet. So you've got the theory unit over here, which Andrew will be reading through and explaining to you very particularly, and making sure that you all understand obviously the duties of your employers. It's all written down there, and explaining to you what all that actually means, what all the acts mean and what it means to you. And obviously at the end of each booklet you've got a series of questions just at the back that you must answer, and what that will actually do is give you information later on after the 3-day course, so you can refer back to these notes and remember exactly what you guys talked about, and obviously when it comes time for the interview, this information will help you. One amongst a couple of others is definitely one of the more important ones to understand and get your head around. This is how mind works, and this is probably the bread and butter of your interview, because when you do get on the phone with the foreman, he wants to know that you understand exactly what's going on down there and how the whole system works. So this booklet does show some illustrations in here explaining the methods used and the reasons why things work the way they work, and there's obviously information there explaining how those pictures and what those pictures mean to you, basically how the whole thing operates. So just go through, we've got some real life pictures here as well. This is a secondary ventilation system, and if we go through to the next page, we've got some more pictures with a bit more information, basically outlining just exactly how the mine operates, where people will be standing at certain times, where the rock will be stable and safe to walk under, and basically identifying exactly what to expect under there. Different bolts that are used in the walls and the backs being the roofs, meshing, there's some more bolts there. There's also explains to you the process used for boring holes, and basically these holes used to put explosives in, so to blow up rock and basically dig further into the drive, into the mine, and basically showing you illustrations of how those explosives are set and how they actually explode from section to section. And some more real life pictures there, just going through. So obviously as explosives go on, less and less rock is there, and until there's nothing there, and all that stock is left for the bloggers to come up and take it away. And yet again, obviously there are still more detailed life illustrations there, and right at the very end of the book again is of course a series of questions for you to answer and to revise over. This is probably one of the more important booklets to read. Obviously they're all important in their own ways, however this kind of gives you more of an outlook as to what to expect and the kind of duties that you will be performing. On the very next page gives you a very specific outline as to who all the operators are, who your bosses and managers are, and how the whole mine is actually operated via personnel, and basically where you sit in that whole lot there. So the resident manager obviously is the manager responsible for running the mine, and obviously we learn a little bit more as to who the other roles are and how they influence the mine and how they influence you. So if you go through each page, it explains to you who they are and what they do and how they impact your job. Also got some of the machinery that you'll be operating and what they're used for. And again, at the end of it, you've got a series of questions that you must answer, and obviously you can refer to later on once you finish the course, just for your own general knowledge.